She is a four-time Olympic medalist. You know her name if you follow hockey in this country at all. Marie-Philippe Poulin has now been hired on as consultant of player development with the Montreal Canadiens. The announcement made yesterday, and she is on the line right now. Hi, Marie-Philippe.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm great.
Listen,
congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
I will ask you just real quick here, first of all, how you found out and how long this has been in the works.
Well, obviously since the Olympics, when I got back, I heard a little bit that the Habs were interested in kind of touching base with me, and obviously was a little bit busy, but took the time to listen to the conversation, went in and met with Jeff, John, and Kent, and just sat down, and obviously, like, for me, was they knew I still wanted to play. My priority wanted to be still a hockey player, so they were really aware of that, and they just wanted to make sure I had a role in the organization. And right away they came up with that consultant in that development, and very happy in that for that role.
So what does that role actually entail? What does a new consultant on player development, what do you do?
Well, right now I think it started after the draft, being able to connect with the new prospect people that have been along with the team, and just watching video, doing video session on Zoom calls, and really kind of watch their games and see what they can do better, see what we can improve, and obviously sitting with Adam Nicholas, which I'll be working with, and make plans to make sure these players are keeping evolving, and to make sure they make it to the next level.
So when we heard the news yesterday, Alex, who's our producer on the show, was very, very excited. I believe she may have been jumping up and down because she has played hockey and coached hockey as well. And to hear this news, and I know people say to have a woman in this kind of a role sends a message to all young girls, you know, thinking of a future in this sport with a team like the Canadiens. Pretty positive message. So I know she wanted to ask you something. So Alex, go ahead.
Well, one thing that I want to ask is you're obviously going to help develop individual skills. I know that's one of the areas that you're going to be looking at. But is there anything that you yourself want to learn from this consultant job?
Yeah, obviously a lot. I think it's going to be quite the learning experience. I'm really looking forward to it. And just learning and picking the people's brain and knowing how they see the hockey. And even for myself, seeing it from a different angle. I've been like in my hockey position as a player for a long time, and just taking a little step back and looking at the game in a different angle, seeing how I can communicate with those guys will be very exciting. I'm really looking forward to kind of learn more and seeing how people see the game.
Go ahead, Alex. You got another one?
I do, yeah. And obviously there's noticeable difference between men's hockey and women's hockey. What do you think men's hockey can learn from women's hockey and vice versa?
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting. I think obviously we all know it's no body checking in the middle of the ice. I think it's obviously they are stronger. It is faster. It's a different game. But obviously for me bringing in, I think it's just seeing the ice differently, and maybe using the ice, using your body in a different way to protect the puck, and doing different skill that really can do a big difference at the end of the day. And those little details are very important, and obviously I'm going to be learning a lot, and hopefully I can bring in a little bit in that they can learn as well.
You mentioned yesterday, we played a clip, you were talking about some of the younger players, and there are a lot of young kids on this team. It's going to take a while for this team to become a playoff contender, as it were. You talked about Cole Caulfield and working with him, and I'm going to guess, is that going to be one of the focuses for you, working with the younger players first?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the start. I think for me, it's like knowing that the prospect that are going to be getting drafted in Montreal, and being able to learn with them, watch their games, and really start from there. And we'll see what's going to be bringing.
So you're a national hero. I think that goes without saying. And I'm sure the response in general has been incredibly positive. But I'm just curious in terms of, it's a new thing to have a woman in this role. What has the response been? Has there been any sort of doubters there, Marie-Philippe?
I think there always are. I think, especially in the men's sport when a woman gets a role in that sense. So you always have to prove yourself. But to be honest, I've been very fortunate with the response and how people are very happy for me. So obviously I'm just going to keep my head down, go to work, and just keep learning and making an impact in that sense.
Yeah, and I will ask, because I have a theory, Marie-Philippe, just so you know, that this is kind of a stepping stone. I know you're going to keep playing for a while, but ultimately my theory is that you will end up as an assistant coach on this team, so standing next to Marty St. Louis on the bench. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Obviously, it's going to be one step at a time, but I'm really looking forward to start and really learning. Obviously, I'm in a player position. I've never been there before, so I'm not there to be Miss Knowing All. I'm going to be wide open to learn and really look eager to learn even more.
All right. Listen, first of all, as Natasha, as we said off the top, congratulations. This is an amazing appointment and obviously a wonderful opportunity for you. Want to wish you all the best in your new role with the Habs.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You bet.
And so glad you're still going to play for Team Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marie-Philippe POULIN. There you go. She is the Canadians' new consultant for player development. And as I said, look out,
Very
2 years,
exciting.
3 years, standing next to Marty St. Louis on the bench. I think
hope
that's
you're
going
right.
to happen.